Good morning. This is Monday morning, and this is a red alert. What do I mean? I watch geopolitics. I've been an analyst all my life, but 40 plus years professionally inside government agencies, US and foreign. I've always looked at the world as, why can't we have heaven on earth? But we have an alert, and the red alert is this. The US government just put 4,000 military off the shores of Venezuela. Why? Venezuela has the largest oil reserves in the world, and the US has been trying to steal it for a long period of time. Let's go back to now what's happening in Gaza. Netanyahu has been paid, and Trump has been paid, hundreds of millions of dollars to achieve the goal of the Greater Israel Project. It's been around on the books since Ben-Gurion was the first prime minister. There's a lot of confusion out there with Americans because they watch mainstream media. And the mainstream media has been bought and controlled by the military-industrial complex clear back to Vietnam. We should have learned from Vietnam that every war we've been in has been based on a lie. But let's get back to what's happening now. So we not only have Netanyahu, who's made a declaration that all of the Palestinians have to be removed from Gaza along the coastline because it's time to start rebuilding. That's 2 million people. Imagine that. And I don't want to hear anybody say, oh, well, they shouldn't be there. It's God-given land from Israel. No, it's a lie. Remember Christianity? Remember the words, thou shalt not kill? Okay, so if you're a Christian, you need to readjust your thought process because you've been brainwashed by the military-industrial complex broadcasting system in America. They told you the lie of October 7th was an unprovoked attack. If you believe that, then you believe in the tooth fairy. So what's coming is this. We have all these nations that have now united against the United States and the dollar. We call it BRICS. But let's don't focus on the economic side of it. Let's focus on what countries now are standing against the United States of America. Why? Because we were used by the Zionists, and Eisenhower warned us, beware of the military-industrial complex. Why did he say that? Because it's real simple. When Eisenhower was president, they caught Mossad, which is the CIA arm of the Mossad, which is Israeli, stealing yellow cake, which is uranium oxide, from the United States government so they could make nuclear weapons. So we are on the verge of literally Armageddon. We have a civil war that's going on in America. We have these young, uneducated kids who are now ICE agents running around and incarcerating and kidnapping people because they have a foreign name. Is America really a white racist nation? Look at it. Is that really the values and principles of every American? No, it's not. So think of it this way. We call them the Beltway Bandits. That's Congress. That name was given to them in the 60s. Why? Because the Beltway Bandits were taking money from a foreign entity. Who's that? The Zios, Israel. So clock's ticking, folks. We need to speak out. You don't want to ruin our country, but it's already being destroyed. Look at the fact that even the workers who did all our work were deported. Literally, hundreds of millions of dollars of crops are failing. Our country's failing, but that's a plan. They want to rebuild America into a white racist country. Sorry for the news, folks, but that's what's happening. You're quiet. You being quiet, not speaking out, or being a left politician, a right politician playing that game. Politicians don't play the game anymore. Because you, the elected officials, have not represented the interest of the American public, we the people. And now it's time that you represent we the people. So pull the plug on what's coming. Because if you don't, nobody's going to like what happens in the United States, let alone in the world, if they push this final agenda. There will be a world war. Sorry for the bad news, but shit's going to hit the fan, and we all need to speak out. Thanks for tuning into the Conscious Hour. The Conscious Hour is your hour, our hour to connect the collective consciousness together and demand that our representatives represent us, we, the people, not we, the corporations. Spread the word, share this with everybody. And by the way, just to let you know, the Conscious Hour is a 501c3. So if you want to make a donation, I've never taken money from anybody, make a donation, send me a request, I'll send you the information. Thanks for tuning in. Love you all.